Ladies and gentlemen, Arknights CN's latest event not only brought some juicy lore, but also bring one of the most anticipated characters in this game to be playable. And she's none other than Ascalon, Road's sweet leader and I suppose the final member. And boy, we got her full hair revealed. It's a giant event that not even Tallulah can compare. Anyway, much like in her story where she is often involved in covert ops, Ascalon is our second 6-star ambusher specialist after Mizuki. Ambusher do not block, but can attack all enemies in their range. And since their kits, including Ascalon, are CC oriented, they are a great choice to hinder a large crowd of enemies. But beware of enemy ranged attacks because they are not exactly a tanky unit, and to offset this, Ambusher has a negative taunt that should make enemies prioritize most other operators in range, and there's also a 50% chance to dodge physical and arts attack. Okay, let's focus back on the gal. Ascalon specializes in DPS and slowing enemies' movement. In a way, she makes me think she is Ground Mostoma. As you can see in her talent 1, her attacks always give a debuff to the enemies for 25 seconds, which will reduce their movement speed, and the enemies will take arts DOT. This effect also stacks additively up to 3 times. For a first talent, this is absolutely beautiful, and really fits her role. But the second talent just increases her attack speed, which will be increased if there's a ranged tile in the 4 adjacent tiles. Now let's see her skills. Skill 1 is almost the same as what Mizuki have, where Ascalon can store some skill charges, inflicts critical damage to the enemies, and this thing hits twice, which should mean her first talent will be applied twice to the targets. Overall a good AFK and damage skill, and decent stalling through talent. As for skill 2, she received attack boosts, and all enemies in range, including aerial enemies, will have their movement reduced, but keep in mind she still can't attack those flying targets. Additionally, when an enemy is killed, the talent 1 effect will spread. Well, this is a potent stalling and damage skill, able to slow down enemies significantly while also dealing meaningful damage. More importantly, this skill has a great cycle. I can already see this skill will be used a lot for stalling strategy. Lastly, we got her skill 3, it will expand her range, receive an attack boost, and quicker attack interval. But now her taunt level will be increased. Under normal circumstances, it effectively makes her prioritized by enemies, and to offset this, all enemies in her range will have their accuracy reduced, and might end up missing their shots. And if the enemy's attack managed to be dodged by her, she will recover some HP, which isn't exactly much. But if there's multiple enemies, or they attack fast, she should get some nice HP recovery, provided she did dodge them of course. But all in all, it's a good skill to hinder or kill a bunch of enemies at the same time, or to be used for baiting. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Will you save for this sweet director? Personally I will get her, not only because of her big personality, and her influence in Arknights' main story, but I also find her useful with that damage, stalling, and the ability to make enemies miss their shot. And she is, how do I say, doesn't seem too situational as other ambushers. And I can confidently say an overall upgrade from Mizuki. But probably the biggest thing that makes her debut banner not enticing is because she is in a situation like Hoederer's debut, where the next banner after this is without a doubt a limited banner. And for CN, it's a 5th anniversary event, so expect the unexpected there. But all in all, she is a worthy operator to spend those sweet resources. That should be all. Adios.